We began the new century with over 20 million new jobs, the fastest economic growth in more than 30 years, the lowest unemployment rates in 30 years, the lowest poverty rates in 20 years, and next month, America will achieve the longest period of economic growth in our entire history. And our economic revolution has been matched by a revival of the American spirit. Crime down by 20% to its lowest level in 25 years. Teen births down 7 years in a row. Adoptions up by 30%. Welfare rolls cut in half to their lowest levels in 30 years.
President Clinton entered his final year in office with an incredible record of success. But he did not rest.
Our purpose must be to bring together the world around freedom and democracy and peace, and to oppose those who would tear it apart.
Believing that economics are key to successful globalization, the president pressed for trade agreements around the world.
I believe Congress should support the agreement we negotiated to bring China into the WTO by passing permanent, normal trade relations with China as soon as possible this year.
Congress backed the agreement with China, as well as new trade pacts with nations in Africa and the Caribbean Basin.
We have worked hard the last few years to build genuine partnerships with both regions, based on not what we can do for them, not what we can do about them, but on what we can do with them to build democracy together.
In his efforts to shape a more prosperous and peaceful world, the president led the world's wealthiest nations to forgive the debts of developing nations.
Global poverty is a powder keg that could be ignited by our indifference. Too many developing nations are still forced to choose between paying interest on their debts and meeting basic human needs for clean water, shelter, health, and education.
At the 2000 Democratic National Convention, President Clinton reflected on the peace and prosperity that marked his time in office.
To those who say the progress of these last 8 years was just some sort of accident, that we just kind of coasted along, let me be clear. America's success was not a matter of chance, it was a matter of choice.
They were choices that brought historic gains to America, gains that were invested in creating a better world by a citizen whose days of service were not yet over.